time to go viral. I'm homicidal, I'm killing all my rivals. I'm the man, shit, I put that on the Bible. I Spotify my target, cause you know I got the title. Hey, I'm a Mac 2. I told baby shake that ass like she Apple. She said it's real, so she got my name tattooed. House full, so I hit it in the back room. Baby said she needed nail, peep the urgency. I want a little Kim before she had the surgery. Leg spread on that hardcore poster. She love twerking, she just do it for the coach. Big dog, bull massive. 6 tray Chevrolet, I'm classic. All these niggas mad at me, that's tragic. The main bitch in the bed, that's graphic. Yeah, we about to go viral. Hey. We about to go.
People, it's your boy, the one and only, your host that do the most, Mr. Viral himself, aka the villain, cause they hate me for my opinion. Welcome back to another episode of the Viral Way Podcast. As always, I got the crew with me. We got
Des Peter Messiah, the one and only. You feel me? We're here to lead the way.
Come on, man. We got Mr. Light Skin himself, man.
Yes, sir. Collie the one, disorderly conduct, Mr. Light Skin.
We got a special guest in the house. Let them know your name, gangster.
My name is just Janae.
It's just Janae.
Just Janae.
Okay, just Janae.
Just
To that
Janae.
5150 kick in, you feel me?
God.
We're gonna talk about it. Hey, but we got some good topics for y'all today. We're gonna get right into it. Is the Shade Room good or bad for the image and the advancement of black culture? Now, I didn't know the background of the Shade Room. Me and bro, we flew to Philly. We went to the PodCon, and the creator and the owner of the Shade Room was there. She gave her story and talked about how it was started. It was kind of crazy to me. She said she was dead broke, doing nothing, and she was just posting messy shit because it was getting a lot of engagement, and she started to see it grow. She like, oh shit, I could pay my bills off of this. So, you know, we used to have media takeout and like certain other sites that you went for, the gossip. She was just like, okay, I'll just put it all in one. Everybody can just come here. So as she started doing that and celebrities started reposting and getting in the comments, she said it blew up. Like it went from being able to just pay my rent to now I need a team. Like it's too much for me to even handle. But at the expense of the black culture's image, it looks like, because it's all about drama. It's all about whatever gets the most engagement, and we know that's drama. So anytime you go to the Shade Room, it's some messy shit. And that is the biggest platform as far as social media goes for the black culture right now. And if that's the representation of it, we in trouble. So how y'all feel about it? Who want to kick it off? Go ahead, just Janae.
I feel like negativity sells now. So that's like their big, how they're going to go about it. Like, they can get those numbers up with negativity because people feed off of that energy now.
Right. Yeah, we talk about that energy all the time. I was like, the world has a collective consciousness, and as more negativity spreads, that consciousness spreads across the world, and it just seems like the more that spreads, the more negative the world gets. And we looking around today, the world is in complete chaos. How you feel about it, Messiah?
Yeah, I agree. Negativity gonna always spread faster, but at the end of the day, it goes to, like you just said, like the world consciousness of the negative energy and the negative spaces. If you allow that and that's what you attracted to, most people are attracted to toxic shit, all these fucking terms nowadays and all this shit, and then people be dealing with their own shit in life. They going through their own problems, so a lot of people be happy to see misery in other people's lives, knowing their life is miserable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think a lot of that is what it stemmed from, and that's why it blow up so much. And it's entertaining for most people. Even though it can be at the expense of somebody else's real life, motherfuckers will be happy to see some shit making memes out of niggas. You know what I mean? All type of shit. We see the boy, what's the nigga, I hate to always bring him up, Tyrese. That nigga went and cried on the internet trying to show his emotions. They made a meme out the nigga. You see the Jordan crying over Kobe. They made a meme out of the nigga.
Hey, and then they say, man, men need to start showing their emotions more. As soon as you do, you a fucking meme for life.
Man, that shit wild. And showing your emotions, what they say is like bleeding next to a fucking shark.
No,
don't
facts.
do it.
Facts. Social media, it's no winning on there.
No, that's a fact. I think the Shade Room, for the advancement of the black culture, obviously it's doing nothing but degressing us. You get what I'm saying? And like you said, it's definitely putting a negative image for us as black people. But also I think it started the wave, because like you said, you had gossip, you had media takeout, other shit like that. But it really was like one of the forefathers for the messy shit on like your cell phone more so, and Instagram and Twitter and things like that. So
Right.
it's not only affected the black community, it's affected everybody, to where like every single media outlet is somewhat going the same route and following the same blueprint as the Shade Room. So now it's like a dime a dozen of those. And like you said, that's negative energy that we feed off of. And it's kind of crazy because you know it's negative as a person, but most of us are so programmed that we can't even turn away from it. So I think that's another sick part to it. Did the owner, plan for that to happen? I don't know. You get what I'm saying? But I think it's at a point where she can't even really look at it from anywhere but a bird's eye view, where it's like, how do we fix it? You get what I'm saying? To where we can put a limit on it or sort of wash the content that's going through there.
No, that's facts. And like you said, it's the blueprint now to where other people are seeing the success they're getting and they're emulating it. So you have page after page after page. That's all they post. You can't get on Instagram now without seeing somebody dying.
That's a
Like
fact.
literally, like every 10 posts, somebody getting their head blown off, hit by a car, jumping off a building. Like I remember when we grew up, you had to know the specific websites to go to find that, like gore.com and shit like that. Rotten.com. And we was like, oh my God, you see, hit him with the chainsaw. Like it was crazy. Now you eating your cereal in the morning, just watching motherfuckers die. Like it's nothing.
No,
We
that's a
become
fact.
so desensitized because of these platforms. And then it's like, okay, where do we go to see an example of black greatness? If we line up every other race and they're like, all right, you guys get a bad rep. Let me see, the positivity in your community. What do we show them?
Yeah.
Where do we point them to? Everything we see is degeneracy. And we fit in the stereotypes. You know what I'm saying?
I think we got to come up with different words, the same way these words keeps transcending, because when people hear positive shit, they think you on some soft shit. They think you on some weak shit. They think you on something else. Niggas think, if you on demon time, then you a gangster, or you this or you that. But really, it don't mean none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I think us being able to trick the minds and probably put a new narrative on something to make shit like, nah, that ain't savvy. You know what I mean? The same way we push the aggressive intelligence, the same way we do different things. I feel like once we start to change the views of that, or that becomes cool, then niggas get the understanding or seeing the results or the effects of positive thinking or the power of changing your mind frame or cultivating your mind. And I think that's where we got to start before we keep getting stuck in the shade shit, because people can't separate themselves. Like you say, from their real life to the Shade Room, they talk about these celebrities like they know them. Hey, you heard what Whoopi Whoop was doing? And this and this. Like, you don't even know this nigga. And you go into dead detail about him, his baby mama, and all type of crazy shit. And that'd be wild to me.
No, I think why it's even worse is because it's at a point where like we get our information from social media, so from Twitter, YouTube, all these different apps, and that is the information that black people are going to get. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's the most popular thing. You could take the Cat Williams interview, for example, with Club Shay Shay. Shade Room posted that a bunch. He went over there to Joe Rogan, talked about pyramids and how to move, how they were moving different things and just breaking down knowledge and giving gems. And was that posted at all? You get what I'm saying? Not at all. So I think that's the fucked up part about it too, is that the information or the education that we have access to is the Shade Room. Like, it's black people. You get what I'm saying?
That's my thing.
But people don't care about it. My fault. Go
No,
ahead.
go out and
Yeah.
see, you just beat me to it. That was my thing. People don't care. Like you said, he went to Shannon Sharp, aired out the whole comedy scene, viral on every site. He go to Joe Rogan, he's talking about nuclear fucking physics and pyramids and past civilizations. Nobody from the community cared. They weren't interested. Nobody reposted, oh, you heard the new Cat Williams interview? Unless you are a Joe Rogan fan, you probably didn't even see it or knew he went over there. So as a creator, that attention is income, how do we change that? Because we could say, hey, let's just all talk positive and blah, 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 but let's be real. Most people don't give a fuck. Yeah. They're going to scroll right off your shit, and you talking is landing on deaf ears. So when people perpetuate the bullshit to get the income, it's like, how do you weigh it? It's a catch-22. You know what I'm saying? I really think it's on the consumers. Because when you can put out as much positive content as you want, if people are not consuming it, it's pointless.
That's a fact.
So do you want the positivity or do you want the bullshit? Let us know as consumers. Because we came in the game on the positivity. We start to dabble in the celebrity shit, y'all complain about that. But then when we talk the positive shit, y'all don't click or engage on it. So what the fuck do y'all even want?
I think the big thing about social media and why negativity gets so much reaction is because it sparks an emotion. Like positivity doesn't necessarily spark an emotion when you see it on Instagram. Like you see somebody, you know what I mean, doing a marathon or losing weight. It doesn't really make you like stay on the post. It's like, oh, that's cool. Scroll past.
I think it depends
You get
on
what I'm saying?
not
The mindset of the person.
Yeah, because I think so of that. Because some of that shit I see, I'm like, damn, I'm finna try that in the gym. Or I'm finna go do this and go do that. Or that make me go run and do something. And I liked it that, what was that quote that Nipsey said? The highest human act is to inspire. You know what I'm saying? So I think if we inspiring people, then it's a different thing than versus just being positive. So I think that's where the mix up is where it's at. But like you just said, I think it's more negative shit that people just attach to. That's what it is. Because when you're doing the worst is when you got the evilest thoughts. When you got the evilest thoughts, that's the vibration you're going to be moving on. And that's the shit you're going to be attracted to.
Nah, and it seems as if people do like the positivity, they just don't like it from us. And when I say us, I mean the black community. Because you'll see these philosophers that go viral all the time talking the same shit that certain black content creators talk, but it don't hit the same when it come from the black content creator. It's like y'all downplay the black content creators as if we have no live life experience to be able to talk on anything other than drama, failure, and degeneracy. Even us, we talk on certain topics. I got people in the comments like, oh, yeah, niggas be leaving their kids. They probably left their kids. It's like, it's already assumed the worst. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't even know if niggas got kids or not, but you already assuming we did and we left them. You know what I'm saying? So them niggas broke. Like, damn, you just assuming the nigga income? Did you look it up? Did you Google it? Like, how do you know this? It's already assumed the worst when it comes from us.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm so struck on changing the narrative and how the world views us. And that's why I was like, damn, the Shade Room is kind of perpetuating this to where how the fuck do we get out when the biggest site out there is all bullshit?
Yeah. And
it's all bullshit.
And it's coming out a mile a minute. Like you said, as the African American, Black American community, we've been typecasted at this point. You're 100% correct, because we do have people that are dropping gems. We do have people that are, teaching people to be better with fitness and economics and a whole plethora of things. But we're typecasted to where they only want to hear the bullshit from us because that's what they expect to hear. You get what I'm saying? And when you do have shit like the Shade Room and other platforms that put it out a mile a minute, it makes it hard for the positivity to seep through because the typecast continues. You know what I mean? It becomes heavier and heavier and heavier to where we kind of like at a moment right now where we're stuck. But at the same time, we're experiencing a sort of renaissance, I think, with black creators where we are pushing the limits. You know what I mean? We are saying, hey, we're here in these different boxes. So I definitely do think we need to keep doing that. But at the same time, we need to put some attention on the Shade Room and how we can stop it.
No, facts, because we're in a new crack epidemic. It's a new crack era. And the drug of choice is propaganda via entertainment. So before, they was putting guns and drugs in the black community. Now, they're putting propaganda via your music, via your social media sites. What do the little girls have to look up to now? I just heard Sukiana's new song, I'm selling pussy. I'm selling pussy. I'm selling pussy. You got Sexy Red rapping and bragging about having STDs and drinking while pregnant and all type of crazy. So it's like, these are the images they're peddling to our communities. And we're self-destructing where they don't even have to give us a drug anymore. They gave us the phone for free. They give you the apps for free. You get the drug for free. You know what I'm saying? So we have to combat this.
It's funny. It's funny because I think this is what they were trying to prevent in the 90s, even though they used to hate on the wrong person, like far as Tupac. What was the bitch name? Was it Dolores Tucker or something like that? And they used to always be wanting to ban hip-hop and stuff because they were seeing the way the negativity was going and producing what it's producing now. So I think now it's coming full circle. I just still think people don't understand the effects of what music and what those vibrations can do to you. And then people ain't gonna see it. And even when it come to us putting out certain shit, until they start seeing more of us on them trips or seeing more motherfucking material things,
There's no value
then,
in it,
then that's when they start to value your opinion more. It don't matter, you know what I'm saying? They only value shit when they see you got a gang of shit, because that's what most people only value material shit. Everything else don't really matter. So that's why certain shit don't struck certain nerves. And the people that get it already, it's like, well, we don't really need to. It's not big on us to even be caught up on that, because we living like that.
That's a fact. And to the grown ass men and women who are kind of saying, you know, the sexy red shit, Sukiana, oh, they just playing around. It's not a big deal. We were all young once, and we remember how we looked in, you know, at the TV and whatever you had and tried to emulate those things. So it's 100% that serious, and it is 100% attack on our culture. Like, niggas aren't being extra at all when they're saying that, because you have 4th graders and 5th graders twerking and shit. You know what I mean? They doing it for fun right now, not knowing the ramifications of what it really is until they get into the big world. So we are peddling this crack to the kids too, mostly. And the parents, y'all got to step up and realize that, because they're going to take this out there and they're going to emulate it, like, and it's going to be bad. Then you're going to be looking around like, fuck, what happened? You know? So it's ugly.
It's facts. How you feel
It
about
is
it?
ugly.
I don't think the shade room is ever going to stop. You know, that's never going to change, because that's kind of how they came up. But it does go back to what he was saying. Like, he's totally right. Like, all of that, like, it's really not much we can do in the way that, well, I don't want to say there's nothing we can do. You can do something by putting out more positivity. But, you know, I don't see the change as far as that as a whole. It's going to be really hard to do that.
Can you put your mic just a little closer, my bad.
Can you hear me now?
No, you good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're good now. Been having some mic issues lately, but we got it together. You feel me? But yeah, it's even getting to the point where a lot of these people are industry plants planted to push this poison to the people for the profit. I seen Black China Mom going viral lately, exposing a lot of them. Like, hey, this person popped up out of no fucking where, no prior buzz, no nothing, put one song out and won a Grammy. That don't just happen. This shit is being paid for. It's being funded. They're putting people in front of you to push a certain message, because that, like you said, that is how information is getting passed. That is how your mindset's being programmed now through these messages. It could be a song you don't even fucking like, but they're gonna pay the radio station DJ to play it 1,000 times until you catch yourself singing it. What the fuck? I hate this damn song.
That's a fact.
Now you know every word. Now you actually looking for it, playing it. Now your kids playing it. You've been programmed to digest and like some shit that ain't even good for you, that you know you don't like, but you've been programmed to like it anyway. So it's like people just take it like you say, oh man, it's just a joke. We was like that as kids. Nah, y'all don't understand how deep this shit really goes. Mm-hmm. You're being programmed to self-destruct at every corner.
And I think that's a deeper conversation that people don't want to have. We look at the music industry and the entertainment industry as something that is like a joke almost, even though it provides entertainment, when that is the industry that, whatever you want to call it, the higher ups, Illuminati, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the people that push the agendas, that's where they're going to, because that's where all the eyes are, where the movie stars are and the rappers and the singers. And so even though it is for entertainment and it's fun, there is a purpose behind what they're doing at all times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, music is universal. You're going to catch the broadest audience through the music. How you going to reach the most people? And like you said, even just, you could be riding in the car and got the radio on, ain't paying attention. You jump out the car, turn the radio off, that song's still in your head. You be like, fuck, man, this dumbass shit still playing in my
Exactly.
shit. Like, so,
See,
yeah.
the music industry kind of unlocked frequency. They know frequency really well, and they know how that controls everything. So once they figured that out, they're like, oh, yeah, we can control everything around us and everything out there.
Right. That's a fact. And what they say you give a nation breadcrumbs in entertainment, they'll never revolt. They'll never look up to notice the real problems. So what they give us, they throw you a little money, they throw you sports, they throw you the shade room, they throw you all this, what the baddies of every fucking low class city in America. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's just like, you feel me?
Yeah.
They just stuck, and they're not even realizing, bro, they are wrecking the US dollar every day. It's damn near worth nothing. But nobody's paying attention to what's going on. Like, are your eyes open? You go to the grocery store, spend $500. Groceries don't last you a week.
Yeah.
$500 used to last you a month. Shit don't even last a week.
You know what though? I think because I've seen a report of 50% of people don't have an inner dialogue with themselves, meaning that they don't have like some type of voice up here.
Bots.
So when you look at it that way, you get what I'm saying? It's very easy for those people to not look at it from a bird's eye view as like, how is this affecting us 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road? They just going day to day. You know what I mean? Like you said, like, oh, I just watched this today, not thinking about the programming later on. I've watched this same thing or listened to this same thing 15 times this month. And then they don't realize, you know, that 2-3 weeks down the road when they're listening, like you said, hop out the car and listening to the song or singing a song, like, at that moment, they're like, damn, this song annoying. But they don't realize the programming that took place, you know?
Yeah, and the only difference with those type of people is they don't get both ends of us, but they can, if they know how to use it, they can manifest faster because they see things through mental pictures. So it's not necessarily like an inner dialogue, like they can read in silence. They see everything through pictures. So if it's pictures on the screen of their mind, that's what's gonna manifest faster because that's what they tell you. Like the things you think, and then you got to see the vision. They automatically like skipping the thinking part and just seeing it. So they might can do. It's like they can't think of everything going around it, but if they can focus on something, then they probably can get to that road a little quicker.
Okay.
In my opinion, don't quote me on that, but
Yeah, I mean,
get
look
you.
at the
But I
next
get you.
distraction they got going. They got Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson. Next distraction.
Mike Tyson finna beat the shit out that boy.
You got a world class.
I think he's finna lose. But
You smoking
What?
rocks?
I think he finna
You
lose.
see Mike Tyson training? Oh yeah,
think he
you
finna
You
lose.
got arguably one of the greatest boxers in history.
Let's bet something. Cut us want to debate.
No, look, I swear to God.
Yeah, what you
We better
want to
dub,
bet,
we better
man?
dub.
Nah, fuck that. Bet 100. Man.
Yeah,
I got money, man.
Who you think? Oh God.
Okay, you got Jake Paul?
Because the
You
only reason why
got
I
Jake
got Jake
over
Paul,
Iron Mike.
Over Iron Mike?
Only reason why-
He from the Jake Paul generation.
no,
You gotta
fuck
He
look
Jake
at-
might
Paul.
be one of them plants.
Look, the only reason why I think he gonna win is not because he's better, but because it's gonna be fixed. That's it.
You think it's well?
It's fixed.
I think it's for show fixed.
It's a show.
if he-
they're not gonna let Mike. They're not gonna let Mike.
They're not letting Mike get put out.
Mike not getting put out by no Jake.
Mike
man.
ain't get put out by Jake.
Mike
You
not
don't
even
think they gonna let that
Mike
happen?
too solid of a nigga to be going out like that. Not
Nah,
by
for sure.
Jake.
That's
man.
the reason why I'm saying that. If it's a real fight, he'll whoop his ass. But
Mike-
I don't think it's gonna be a real
You
fight.
gotta realize this is Mike, bro. If it's scripted for Jake to start winning, he might hit Mike a little too hard. Where Mike say, "Fuck that script,"
Right.
Because I heard they got headgear on. He might take that headgear off and go real Iron Mike. Nigga, this Iron Mike we
Yeah,
talking
that's a
about.
fact. He's biting ears, all type of shit.
We
Yeah,
know
yeah,
he's
yeah.
doing it for the bag. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
Yeah.
know he's doing it for the money. It's publicity, whatever the case. But this still Iron Mike, gang.
That's what my
60
head
or
is at,
not.
like-
It's still Iron Mike.
It's
Jake
crazy
Paul
that you
ain't
say
win.
that because I didn't know why. I just had seen a video of that nigga training. I'm like, cuz, still a monster.
was cold. He was
out
hurting
there
the dude.
tearing the
Yeah.
shit up, beating the shit out that bag. Then couldn't even hold that motherfucker. I'm like, yeah, he gonna put somebody down. I didn't know he was training. It's a rap for that nigga, man.
I think Jake Paul, he's gonna have headgear on from what I hear.
Yeah.
give a damn about that headgear.
And they're gonna have like 18-ounce gloves on, so they're gonna be punching with beach balls. Like it's gonna be like Rock'em Sock'em robots.
I
type
don't know,
shit.
man. We gotta go back. I gotta get the
Still,
details
the
on that
power
fight.
behind
'Cause-
Tyson's punch, like I don't care what headgear I got on, I don't want to get hit, bro. Like,
Yeah, I ain't trying to get hit by
I've
Tyson.
seen, yeah,
Tyson
no,
doing
it's
one of them,
crazy.
them ducks get up
Yeah, he
in there
duck
on
under
you.
and
It's
get
a
close
wrap.
up on you.
Yeah.
This the propaganda they running now. They going back trying to destroy all the 80s and 90s legends.
Oh, you-
They going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get into the Jordan shit. They're trying to destroy Jordan legacy, but with the Jake Paul shit coming up, I just seen a video.
They can't destroy
It was like a
it.
10-minute video of them going in on Mike. Like, was Mike really that good? Who did he really
Who did he
fight?
fight?
He
Yeah.
fought a bunch of janitors and off
Yeah,
after
niggas are
school
idiots. Yeah.
assistant teacher workers or some shit like that.
Mike
like,
fought anybody they put in the ring.
Yeah.
It was one of them niggas trying to say Mike won the squad, but he was that Holyfield or somebody. Like, Cole the guy that go anybody program, cuz. So I don't
Mike
know.
was
You can't
cold.
take that from Mike. You give a damn. He was doing shit nigga nobody ever did.
And
Even
Mike
if-
was a real gangster. Mike
Yeah,
was
nah.
outside with the killers.
Man, Mike was 12 fighting grown men.
Mike was outside with, I'm talking, you go down the history of the New York drug kingpins, Mike was outside with them niggas, protecting a lot of them niggas. Like, Mike is a legend. There's no way we can get stories from Fat Joe about how Mike Tyson came and was ready to
Yeah,
beat
that
up
shit.
every bouncer in the club
Right.
with him.
Chasing niggas
Had
in
the
circles.
7-foot bouncers running around cars. Ain't finna lose to Jake Paul? Come on,
man.
gang. We not doing that.
That's even disrespectful. You
Rethink
even
your-
bet
I only
against
think
it.
I only think
You
because it's
said
gonna be
what?
He
fixed.
needs to rethink his decision.
gonna be
He's gonna
fixed.
lose that $100.
It's gonna be fixed.
yeah, he might as well pay that.
I don't
Man.
give a damn how fixed can you make that? Like, that'll just be the and Mike can't go
Because I
out
don't
like
think
that.
Jake Paul has really beat and you know I think he's been working, but I don't think he's no world-class boxer. So I'm just like, the fights he's already has won, it's kind of like,
Mike probably gonna punish
they've
that
been
nigga.
fixed to me
Mike
already.
don't even like the nigga.
So
huh?
I think it's not. He fuck with him.
Yeah.
No, he fuck with
Oh,
him.
he do?
He fuck with
They
him.
said
That's,
Mike went to his training thing and Mike left in like 30 seconds or some shit like that. Like
Maybe
he walked
right
in,
now.
like what the fuck?
but
Walked
they
out.
be fucking around and shit. They be like cool. So I feel like that's the only reason why I feel like bro gonna win, because they gonna fix it. It's gonna be a big thing, and then he gonna knock him out, and then he gonna be like, I'm the best ever type shit.
Hell no.
That's how I feel like it's gonna be. It's gonna be
He
fixed to do
fought
that.
one real boxer and
Yeah.
lost.
No, yeah, Tommy Fury.
So
yeah,
the
yeah,
one
yeah.
real boxer that
Yeah.
Jake actually fought, he lost. But I'm gonna say this: I'll salute Jake Paul.
Now, Jake,
No, yeah,
Bro
he doing his thing, but
bro
yeah.
hustled his way from YouTube to fighting Mike Tyson.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
He
It's
was a
crazy.
kid doing YouTube videos, dancing. The nigga's fighting Mike Tyson. You know how many boxers dream to fight Tyson and is never gonna get that chance? Bro got a hell of a hustle. He got the attention of Mayweather.
That's why I feel it's whack though.
Like,
I'm
is
a
it?
boxing fan. Even though I fuck with the bag thing, I'm a boxing fan. I feel like just that's a whole other
it
conversation.
don't bother
but-
me because it's not Mike in his prime. So it's like, it is what it is. Mike, keep getting your bag. You feel me? If Jake want to get knocked out, then that's don't care.
But I mean, if you're a fan of the sport, you know
It's
that's
bringing-
kind of
it's-
tied into Vegas, where they saying boxing always been fixed. Who was the
Yeah.
last heavyweight fight with dude
Yeah.
just got knocked out by what was it, Joshua?
And
What was the dude name?
Francis. Yeah,
Man, I
Francis,
seen
yeah.
another angle where it looked like he didn't even hit Francis.
Yeah.
And Francis went down. They like, man, this all this shit entertainment. It's all the Roman circus. It's all fixed.
No, that's a fact.
They been saying that, but
you
you
couldn't know
couldn't-
that about boxing. Yeah,
I don't
but-
give a damn though. But Tyson knockouts, you couldn't fix them motherfuckers.
Nah, 'cause it's in 20 seconds.
Niggas is
yeah.
going to sleep.
I think I did see one where Tyson didn't even hit the nigga. The nigga just fell. Like,
Hell
fuck
no.
that. This nigga swinging too hard. Like,
Oh yeah, he fixed himself, nigga.
yeah, like, cuz it's supposed to be fixed, gang. You really trying to kill me in here. But nah, man, shout out to Tyson, man. Y'all can never ruin that legacy. That's black culture, period. And that's another reason why he can't lose to Jake Paul. This is black culture on the line right now.
Man, that's a
We
legend.
can't get him to one up on Mike.
Nah.
Man, bro, Mike is one of the ones that we got.
Mike,
nigga.
we're taking from one of our own. we
Again,
ain't
I'm not-
taking
We ain't taking it
from
yet.
none of them. Yeah.
Not no YouTuber either. Nah, that's out, bro. We ain't
I don't
taking
know.
that.
I don't even see that going on.
I'm
man.
not saying he's
What's
better,
the
but I'm
bag
saying
even?
it's
Well, how
fixed.
much is in the bag?
That's what I'm saying.
They gotta be getting something crazy
something
because it's
crazy.
gonna be on
Mike ain't
Netflix.
hurt.
All about
Yeah.
money when it comes to,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to that winning. When it comes to stuff like that dynamic, it's money involved.
Might
for
take
sure.
a dive.
Yeah,
that's
I
a-
gotta see how much
I
Mike
mean, you
get
gotta look at
paid.
it like this.
The
My
money gonna be
question,
worth more if Mike lost for sure.
If he
but
lose, is it really that big of a deal?
yes,
Yes,
Is
this
it?
Iron Mike.
Mike ain't losing to Jake
Bro,
Paul.
this Iron. First of all, you're never gonna hear the end of it from Jake Paul ever. Like, it's nothing else you're gonna be able to tell this man.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not fighting real. Like, bro, he beat one of the best ever.
Yeah.
It's nothing else you can say to this
That's
man.
what I feel like they're leading it up to. I'm telling you, that's because nobody respects bro as a boxer. He paid because he's cool with him. He paid one of the greatest boxers of all time to come in there and maybe not get knocked out. Maybe it goes to decision and they throw his hand up instead of his hand. Like, that's kind of how I feel about the situation. Then it gives him the credibility to then be like, okay, I want to fight, PBC, or I want to fight, whatever type shit. I want to fight somebody from Top Rank. I want to fight somebody from...
I view Mike in boxing the way y'all view Jordan in basketball. So that's why it's a big deal for me.
Okay.
You feel me?
Now, Mike is he's more than just a boxer though. Mike is a staple
In the community,
in
yeah.
the culture.
That's a fact.
Like Mike is damn near like how Snoop can do no wrong and can do anything.
Yeah.
Mike can do no wrong and can do anything, and it don't take away from his gangster at all.
That's a fact.
Like Mike can, when Mike cry, they didn't make Mike no meme, bro. Mike was one of the ones who didn't get made a meme. They left Mike alone. Now that nigga was up there.
Hey, you
They
ain't-
left us alone.
that shit ain't funny. They don't.
You better not mock her.
Niggas don't even laugh.
Like, what's the interview he had?
The nigga who says he's like,
the
"You a piece of
TK
shit."
Kirkland, he was like, man, I'm a piece of shit. He said, man, you ain't a piece of shit. Mike Prescott and beat him up for saying he wasn't a piece of shit. Nigga, you don't know my life. I'm a piece of shit. Kind of like, well, I guess you a piece of shit, Mike. Like, you gotta leave Mike alone. Cut kind of off.
Yeah. And
Shout
TK
out-
ain't even little. He ain't
Mike,
even
Mike
little
just like
that.
pressing lines.
Nah, for sure. Shout out Mike, man. I got my money on Mike. Anybody want to bet? Hit me. The Viral Way podcast at gmail.com. I'm taking all bets. Talk to me. Hey, since we got a lady in the house,
Let's get to it.
this is a topic that's going crazy, and I want to get your views on this. Now, over the past couple years, men have been saying they prefer to date younger women. And women as a whole, with a few exceptions, have been saying men are disgusting, men are predators for wanting to date younger women. Now, news broke that Draya, Michelle, got pregnant by a 22-year-old NBA superstar. Well, he ain't a superstar yet, but he's pretty much a star.
He's known in the league.
He's known in the league. Now, she has, what, a son that's 21?
22.
So she got pregnant by a man that's the same age as her son. And women are, yeah, she got the bag. Stella got her groove back. Y'all was wrong about older women. They're praising her, where men were vilified for the exact same thing. So the double standard is real. So I want to get the opinion of a woman. How do you feel about that?
Personally, how I feel about it, I couldn't do, I have older kids that are older teenagers. I'm not dating anyone closer in age with my children. That's just really off and weird to me. I don't agree with it, to be honest. I don't.
Do you feel she's a predator? Because we're labeled as predators.
I feel like she can be like 20, like you said, I didn't know her son was 22. Like your son is 22. So yeah, that's weird. Like that is like predator status to me.
And I don't know if this is true, but somebody
Like,
said
that's weird.
she done damn near babysitted this little dude.
Like, is
Jalen
Yeah,
Green.
see, that's
His name is
weird.
Jalen Green.
Is Jalen Green a simple? He take care of the kids.
Jalen Green is, bro, he's definitely in that simp category for sure.
Bro.
But see,
Yes.
Jalen Green got his first taste of some cougar pussy and he slipped up. Because that cougar pussy is dangerous. They know exactly what to do. If you a young buck and you ain't experienced, and then it's Draya. She's a baddie.
He been looking at her since he was 15.
You been looking at her in magazines and social media since you was 12, nigga. So you finally get your hands on that, bro, went crazy.
Yeah, I would like to see them like together having conversations. Like, what do you guys talk about? What do you have in common?
He got the bag.
But then that's probably all she's. But
She
it's like she
secured
got her
the bag.
own money though. Like
Do
I'm
she?
just like, I don't really know too deep, but from just back in the day when she was coming up, it seemed like she was doing good.
All
had
her
own
money
shit.
is tied to fucking high profile athletes.
So then that's her ticket. That's what she does.
Man, that shit is.
When you got the bag like he either got or getting, it ain't too much you need to talk about. I'm gonna be on motherfucking tour playing the NBA season most of the time. If not, we gonna be on vacation doing what the fuck we doing. It's gonna be a lot of spending money, a lot of fucking. That's all they finna be doing. So, but I don't know, man, cause I really don't care about that shit. Like,
He's gonna. I guarantee you, he's gonna regret this.
yeah, he might.
He's gonna regret
He
this.
might, but I don't care. Like, far as looking at it, like niggas younger fucking with older women, like
I think it's gonna age,
that shit
bro.
That shit don't bother me.
He gonna age 10
It's gonna
years in
age,
about
bro.
3 years
It's gonna
for
age,
sure.
bro. Once that MILF fantasy die down, and it's gonna be ugly for you, bro. And I think she's weird. You feel me? We call niggas pedophiles for being 35 dating a 22-year-old, 23-year-old. You feel me? Which is literally, you feel me, against the law, and that's within the legal limits. So you get what I'm saying? Like
I thought it wasn't nothing. After
No, it ain't
21.
nothing but
What you mean?
by women
saying
are labeling
like-
you a predator,
Oh,
like
yeah,
as you're a
okay,
pedophile, even though it's legal. and
even though it's legal
Oh,
for
right,
doing
right,
it.
right.
But then this situation, you got girls exactly like, man, you get in the bag, you're smart. You got younger girls like, man, these old girls is out here killing it. Like, they still around. We ain't got a chance. Like, praising it, not looking at the fact that to a certain degree, like we said, the fascination with her came into play. Her being older, she more than likely a little bit, I think, groomed bro to a little bit, because again, he's the one with the bag and he probably has the upper hand. But money don't make you feel what I'm saying, more emotionally intelligent or any more seasoned in the game. So it's like you probably just got your feet wet out there, like we said, and you getting tapped.
Nah, for sure.
So
And-
is he an S for this?
Nah, for sure. He definitely
Yeah.
accept for this.
And the
like, bro must have not. I don't know if his dad was around, but his dad couldn't have laced him. Because there's no way you hit the jackpot. You in the NBA. Get the pussy for sure. Draya is on the list. Get the pussy. That's a cool notch to have under your belt. But you don't get her pregnant,
Yeah,
gang.
don't get her pregnant.
Your
That's
run
different.
just started. You just got here. You're 22. You at the peak of life, the peak of your masculinity. You got millions of dollars at your disposal. Bro, your life just started. Like, it just started. And it's over. You ended that shit.
It ain't over. See, but a lot of
it's over,
Nah,
gang.
but I'm saying you never know though, because a lot of these niggas with that money probably thinking in his mind like, yeah, I probably got her pregnant, but they don't tell her how many babies he want to have, and don't probably tell her how many women he want to get pregnant. So
I'm gonna tell you why it's over.
It's over because
I'm gonna tell you why it's over.
Yeah, no, it's over because, like you said, I don't think Draya, and I don't know Draya, but from the looks of the situation and from the history that we've seen of her, this looks like just another long-term investment to me.
No, for sure.
Like maybe 2-3 years down the road, we don't work, we break up. Now I got a bag coming once a month for 18 years.
One,
that's
is
really what it probably
over
will be.
because Draya's history, her sexual history, is public record. So now that this happened, you got older dudes in the NBA, which this was corny.
It was corny though.
Gilbert Arenas, this was corny, gang. They came out on their podcast, told a story about how they had Draya in the back seat, doming him up. Dude, like, I'm driving, I turn around, Gilbert getting domed up. This changed my life forever. Like, what? Your homie getting his dick sucked, change your life? Like, but when you pick a baby mama like Draya, these are stories he's gonna have to hear now.
Yeah.
Which is why I said, damn, it's cool now, but just think about it. You in the game, it's tied up, and niggas is telling stories about how they had your baby mama in the back seat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be trolled forever. Like, a man's respect is directly tied to the woman he has kids with and the woman he marries, which is why it's so important to not wife a hoe.
So how many
respect will be tied to that.
So who was her other two baby daddies? She got two more.
You know what? I don't. I gotta
both
look it up.
celebrities
Let me
too,
look it
I
up.
You know what? Too,
I think they're both celebrities too. Let me look it up.
You know what's worse
'Cause I
about
don't be
him
following
is,
this celebrity
is
shit.
he a young nigga, so he gonna get it worse. Like I feel like he's gonna get the jokes worse. Like I feel like if it was somebody else in the league that was older that came out and had a kid with her, they wouldn't have came out like that and then telling him stories. Like I feel like they did that because he's a young nigga and they was just like, you don't know, but you about to know. And they thought it was funny.
Nah,
and a
they
joke.
corny. They corny
No, they
for
corny
that.
for sure.
Oh, they told the stories after they found out Cuz was doing all that?
I don't think they would have done that if it was an
that's
older
what-
dude that they respected more. I don't think so.
Or just a nigga that they know the guy with their program.
Yeah, like I think they did to him because he just, you feel me, a
Yeah,
kid
that's
still.
wild.
Nah,
Which was
for
even
sure.
more corny.
But I will say this: the double standard is crazy.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm bringing the topic up is just to touch on the double standard. Now, I don't give a fuck what Draya does. Bro is grown. I don't care. I'm not finna call her a predator. Bro is a grown-ass man. We all done hit some older pussy.
Shout out to Draya, man. She from the city, man.
I don't know where she from. Niggas love cougars, bro.
If Draya from the city, shout out to Draya, get your bag.
Cougars gonna fuck you, suck you, cook for you, and send you on your way. Shout out to cougar pussy. They don't play no games. They getting right to it. It's just the double standard for me, though. Like I said, we are labeled as predators, damn near pedophiles, disgusting. You're not a man. Every name in the book you can think of, we are labeled for saying, hey, we like young girls, like we like the youth. You feel me? As far as men dating younger. You can even be 30 and say, I want a 25-year-old, a 5-year gap. You're disgusting. Date women your own age. You know what I'm saying? You're immature. Like everything in the book. But when a woman does it, women are silent. Mm-hmm. Not only are they silent, they're cheering her on because she landed a gold mine. She landed an NBA player, and this is what they secretly want.
Exactly.
So the double standard on social media is crazy, and I'm calling you bitches out. Stand on it. If we predators for dating younger, so are you bitches. Stand on it.
And I think women too, a lot of times they get jealous of what men do and how we do things. And even though they envy it, they turn around and do the exact same thing we do.
Facts.
And that to me diminishes the argument of like who's worse, because you just as bad as me. So I think a lot of times women do the same thing they say they hate, they really want to do, but for whatever reason they feel like, in society it's not good for them to do. So they don't do it. But when they get the chance, like you said, all the double standards, everything go out the window, and it's cool when we do it.
Yeah, 90% of these women want to be hoes. That's why they be mad like that. nah, facts. That's why
It's true.
That's why they be.
Oh, you said what?
It's true.
Yeah,
It's
it
true.
is.
Huh? They just don't want to be judged.
Nah.
for it.
Yeah,
It's either
I don't
that-
want to be
exactly.
labeled for my dirt, but I want to do it.
Yeah,
like, on the
that's why they
low.
always bring it up. Well, why
What
do we
do you
gotta be
mean?
hoes if we do the same thing
Come
y'all
on,
do?
man.
That's just what y'all is. But y'all women, y'all supposed to carry yourself better anyway and have more respect for yourselves. They still don't get though. You keep running that mileage up, it's over with.
You
So that's
done met a girl that done had 5 boyfriends in 1 year. You come on, you know what that
For
is.
sure.
Like
For sure.
she's-
That's regular in today's society.
It's just you want to get
Ladies,
smacked.
understand this though. Don't look at this Draya situation and now think that you see the light at the end of the tunnel. You are not Draya. She been fucking NBA players and NFL players for a long time. She's on the upper echelons of the circles of women. You're not. You work at a motherfucking AAA call center somewhere. You are not fucking these guys. These guys ain't looking for you. This does not give you hope. You're not landing an NBA player. I just had to throw that out there because I know. See, I told y'all it ain't over for us older. Fuck Kevin Samuels. He know what he was talking about. Fuck these red pill niggas. It's over for you. It's a wrap. Draya is the exception, not the rule.
Stay in your lane, humble yourself.
Stay in your motherfucking lane. You are not Draya.
Her going in.
Because I know they finna run with this. But my colleague over here had some interesting topics that I kind of wanted to get into. Now, well, I'm gonna let you say it. You know what I'm saying? How you feel, how society shies away from sexuality and whatnot. So yeah, let's get into that a little bit. Let's mix it up.
Yeah, I think they do. Like, it's so hard for us to talk, especially as women, to talk about sexuality. We get prejudged on it a lot. But I think we should all be open about it. So, and what we're into and things like that.
You into some shit.
I mean,
You into some high power shit. Some of that shit I'm into. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind getting tied up. You feel me? It just depends on who it
it's
is.
very rare because I'm into domination and
Oh shit!
and bondage and stuff like that.
You took the glasses off. Yeah.
So extra.
What's up?
Everybody needs to calm down. Just wait a minute. No, and you don't come across a lot of people that are actually men who are open to that. A lot of women are, but a lot of men aren't. And it's hard to find men who are open to letting you tie them up and do whatever.
Oh yeah, you can definitely tie me up and do whatever. Not anyone.
Wait,
though. She gotta be You gotta trust her.
You have to be really specific on whatever. Because a lot of people that are into this is like some of the men you don't.
Y'all freaky.
I'm gonna say
I
almost
ain't into all
almost
that.
whatever because I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah,
but
be careful with that.
This is why I say you gotta trust her.
Oh yeah, there's a
Yeah.
fine
We
line.
had someone on the show. It's an unreleased episode. She tied a dude up that she met on social media. Started doing the freaky shit. Nigga, banged him in the neck with a knife. So be careful how far you want to go. But let's get into what you mean. Like, how far are you going with this?
Whatever he'll let me do. Like, whatever he's into. Some guys are into, like, you know, I don't know how you are sexually, how far you'll go, but some men like their ass played with and some don't.
Gay.
It just depends.
So what's the
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
what's the wildest shit a guy done requested from you?
I've had a guy want to take pictures with my feet. It doesn't sound too wild, but a lot of men have foot fetishes too.
Oh, we know that. That's
Yeah,
keeping a lot of bitches light bills on these
I know a
goddamn
lot of
feet
people.
But like,
pics.
yeah, like they want to take pictures with them, like in person. I've woken up to a guy taking pictures of my feet.
The fuck?
Yes, and it kind of startled me, and I was like, I'm into some freaky
the
shit,
feet,
but I don't
so
know
you
about
was
that.
asleep.
But
I
the-
was asleep.
the foot
And bro was hovering over the
I literally, he had my foot in his hand, and he's just taking photos, and I was like,
Yeah,
what
that
the
homie
fuck
was
is going
wild.
on?
You niggas is weirdos. And
Some
these
people
be
are weird, some people aren't. It just depends. It
No,
just depends on
that's
what you
some
get.
weirdo shit.
That was weird. I will say that is weird. Like, I'm into what I'm into, but like I'm asleep.
At least
and
wake
you're-
me up, huh?
Yeah,
You
like wake me up,
ask
let
to
me
do
know,
some
like
weird
suck a
shit.
toe, something. Give me a
So
alarm
are
here.
you doing the whole? You gotta call me mistress. You gotta ask for permission to nut and all that type of shit.
It just you can. It just depends on what that person is into. Like dominating someone, I kind of get off on that. Like I like to be in control sometimes. I'm more balanced, but to be in control is very much of a turn on for me.
See, I'm into some of that. It's cool to let her be in control.
Yeah.
Sometimes and let her do her thing. It's cool. It's a limit to it. Some of these niggas be going too far with the shit.
Like getting walked like a dog.
It's a
Yeah,
fine-
you're not
Into
walking me
that?
like
it's
a
a
dog.
fine
Oh,
line.
okay, yeah.
Spitting in niggas' faces and
In your
pissing
mouth.
on you. Ain't pissing on me.
You wouldn't let a woman spit in your mouth.
No, you ain't. I will spit in your mouth. You ain't spitting in my mouth.
You're smart.
Unless we swap spit, but like spitting in your mouth is like a dominant type of thing. Like I'm dominating you, so I like marking my territory. Like
That's like an attachment. That's called like spiritual attachment.
Right.
That's like putting a ritual on someone. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't understand that and don't know that, but yeah, that's deep.
yeah,
When it
I'll
comes to
spit in
like
your mouth all
bodily
day.
fluids, yeah, I won't let nobody do that. But I'll do it to you, but you can't do it to me. Just
Right.
because on a spiritual level, it's totally like it's a whole nother
Oh,
thing
it's
with
something
that.
else tied to that.
But you'll let
yeah.
but you'll let a nigga nut in you though, right?
No, I don't really like semen, to be honest with you.
Hold on, what?
Not in. I don't
You
like.
and all this freaky shit and you don't like.
Not in you.
Now
you
there's
said.
certain
You
like
don't like
everyone,
the life
everyone has
source?
their limits. Like I don't like nut inside me. I don't.
Like nowhere inside you?
I don't like it. I'd rather you pull out.
No, I know.
He talking about
Are
like
you
your
talking about
mouth?
you
Yeah.
sucking
Oh
in
yeah,
the
no,
dick?
yeah, no, that's fine. But I'm talking about like, cause you said in me. I'm thinking like, cause a lot of guys they want a nut in you, and I'm like, no.
I just want a nut somewhere in you, like the mouth somewhere. Like,
Yeah,
it
that's
don't-
fine. Face, mouth, whatever.
Okay, yeah, we get
Yeah,
jiggy then.
that's normal. Like that's easy.
Like I done seen
But I don't-
like I knew a chick who did the dominatrix shit, and she telling me how, man, you wouldn't believe what these dudes is paying, and these are businessmen, like
Oh, they pay.
high class. You would never guess. Like they running corporations, they got wives, families, all that shit, and they hitting these chicks up like, hey, I just want you to tie me up and kick me in the balls.
Yeah, I don't do all that. That's weird. I do like pain, like a certain level of it, like within sex and stuff like that. But I'm not really into like, okay, you want me to hurt you? Like, what's the point of that? Like, I have had a sex contract with someone before too.
Hold on,
Those sex contracts are really nice.
What the fuck is a sex contract?
So my sex, you've watched.
Get your back
50
blew out
Shades-
once a month.
No. You've ever watched 50 Shades of Grey type of thing?
Nah, I ain't never watched
I
it.
seen
No.
it.
Yeah, I've
You've seen it?
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I've had a guy, and me and him were on and off for like 10 years. And it was more so like, you know, your sex contract with whoever you do it with, you have your own rules and in the contract that you put in and what is okay and what isn't okay. So it was like he could be with his girl, and if I'm coming down to the city and I'm like, hey, I'm out here, he's at dinner. This is actual what happened. He's at dinner with her. I'm like, I'm here and I want it. He got to give it to me. Go take that bitch home, and I'm going home with you type thing. Like
What
that's in the
the
contract.
fuck? And what happened if he breached the contract?
You have to pay me. I want what I want.
So you get dick on demand.
Yes.
If he can't give it to you at that time, he got to cash app you, Zelle you, Venmo.
And they don't want to pay because it's going to be expensive. And 9 times out of 10, he's going to want it with me because typically the girl, like, and he doesn't, we weren't always in, we had kind of like a mutual respect for each other if in a relationship. If he wasn't really feeling the chick, I know I can get away with what I want to get away with when I wanted it. If he was feeling the girl, okay, you cool, we got it. I'll let you have your time with her and do your thing. But, you know, when I want it, you have to give it to me, though. That's literally how it is. But you have to have that sexual connection with somebody. It was like very addicting. It was very good.
So it's vice
Hands down.
versa?
Yeah,
Where
vice
would
versa.
Where
It
would
was
we
vice
find
versa.
where we find somebody who would have a sex
It's hard,
contract?
like, and this
That's
is something that just
crazy.
kind of came about. It wasn't something that was planned,
Yeah.
and it just worked for us, and it went on for like almost 10 years on and off. So if I was with somebody, he would respect it, and he'd be like, "You got a dude right now?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I ain't really fucking around right now."
Hold on.
So he
hold on.
can land out here right now and still call you.
We have called the contract off.
Nah, no,
recently,
but the
before-
type of way y'all fucking, he can come down here right now and come get you up out of here right now.
Oh yeah, I would be like,
Hold
yes,
on. So
I'm
when you
coming.
got a dude, he can't just, hey, I need it right now. I don't give a fuck what you doing with that nigga.
He can, but he was more lenient with if I didn't want to, he didn't really budge and push.
So he didn't make you pay?
No.
Okay, out his brain.
I was about to say, are there bonus, like, you know, an NFL contract, okay, if I get 1,000 yards and 100 catches,
You can put that in
I get
there.
a bonus.
You can put that in there. Everyone, so sex contracts are so versatile. Like you kind of just make it up as you go if you want. Like you can do your own thing. You just put what you want in it and what you're not. And typically between me and him, it's honestly the best sex I've ever had came from him.
So,
I've never had anybody sexually. And he was a Libra. Shout out to Libras.
are y'all having attorneys look over this contract?
Nah,
Like, is this an
it's
official
more
legal
like a fun-
document?
They got some imaginary shit going on.
You can if you want to, but no, it's more for like fun and games. Like sexually, it's all about the
Hey,
imagination.
that sound viral. That
Nah,
sound
that's
like
it.
some shit, though.
It's fun. Like I
Nah.
said, it's very. It
I
can
think
be
it's
fun.
the excitement factor. Like,
is.
Nah, they
damn,
just,
how I'm gonna get up out of this
they
fucking
really
date?
just got an open relationship.
Gonna knock her down.
You do what you do, I do what I do, but when I want you, we got each other. Like that's what it sounds like to me.
So question.
Yeah.
You catch feelings.
We don't. We never.
Okay,
do.
but say
That's
you,
in the contract.
that's in it because I'm like,
No
say you
feelings.
show up to the restaurant and you breach, what happens then? Like, can you feel me?
What do you mean?
Like,
explain
Nah,
it.
he's saying like if you pop up on him knowing where he at, he gonna act like he don't know it.
Like he with his girl and you show up and violate.
I wouldn't do that though. It's more so like I would never. Me personally, I'm not gonna go that far.
So you can have sex without catching feelings, because I feel like you guys have a lot of women on a pod
I can.
that don't.
That was something that had to
You know
be
what I mean?
learned.
Okay, now, is this what
yeah.
guys you don't give a fuck about?
Yes.
Yeah, because if you give a fuck about them, the feelings is coming.
Yes.
If you hitting the
Yes.
bottom of that thing,
You
them
have to
feelings
have. A
coming.
lot of women do not have emotional control. They don't.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of women do not know how to control that shit. You have, like I said, it's something that had to be learned. I had to learn how to control those emotions.
I ain't gonna lie. I think it. Never mind. I just think. I feel like most women, it's impossible for y'all unless you didn't just ran that mileage up.
Not
It's
for
like-
sure.
To the point
Or
where-
something
Yeah,
tragic happened.
Yeah, where you
to
deteriorated.
where they don't
Yeah.
even want to be in touch with their emotions no more due to the
Right.
trauma, and they turn to sexuality.
And then a lot of that,
curb
they
it.
don't even enjoy it all the time. So it
Yeah,
just
that's what I
it
mean.
depends. Yeah. So I don't
With
know.
the bondage thing, now you know, like the memes where the chick is tied up all crazy. Like you into that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the 50 Shades of Grey.
Like
The
you
nigga
know
had
how
all
to
this
hit
stuff.
the knots and all that.
Yeah, he kind of taught me all that. He got me into all that. My sex contract.
So are you into like edging? Like you gonna tie him up and then get him to the point and let it die down, get him back to the point, let him die down.
That's typically fun. It's like, you're playing that pull and, push kind of game. And it's like the build up. And then
Nah,
when you
for
finally
sure.
get there, it's like, whew, it's something different.
Now, do you got the masks and all that?
It depends on what role you want to play. Like, I don't know. Some people are into, like, you can role play with it, or you can, if you want to put an outfit on, put a fucking outfit on.
See, I like the masks. You know, them dominatrix masks.
Yeah, you can have, I got outfits.
Are you a sex worker, or are you just?
No, I'm
Damn,
not.
bro,
no.
coming from
I'm
like
asking
how
straight up.
much?
I'm asking straight up, no,
Hey,
because-
bro said I done heard enough. How much?
Because
I need a contract. Bro ready for a contract. He ready to get drafted.
No, so other than like my sex contract, who I experienced all that with, I've only found a few like people that I was in relationships with that I wanted. I don't just go out there and meet somebody like I just met you and I'm like, hey, let's I don't know.
I mean,
I have to
I'm
really
viral, so
feel
it's a little
comfortable
different,
with somebody, and I try to bring that into my relationship. Everybody's not into that though. Some you can scare a man away with that. They'll be like, what? And
So
they'll
what-
think just how you just asked that question. Like, hey, is this something you? And it's like, no, it's just something that I was open up to, and I like it.
The reason why I ask you is because I feel like, again, like you were saying earlier, not a lot of women are comfortable with the sexuality, or at least being truthful with it. Like,
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, okay, are you in that line of work because maybe, you've been
No,
exposed to
never
it?
So
have.
what do
Mostly,
you do to
mostly
test the
all
waters?
women are freaky to that extent.
Yeah.
Just with the right person. I think.
It's a lot of women out here that I don't know what you consider freaky, but these bitches
No.
is basic.
And I think that's a
Not
fact.
for
I
sure,
think,
not for sure.
I think
For
a
sure.
lot of
They
women-
The
basically
right
said.
man to bring it out, man. Though any nigga that's dealing with a female would do all the shit you talking about if she fuck with him like that.
I mean, but
He
kill,
could bring it out of her.
kill me. To me, I feel like a lot of times girls get by with the weak head and the pillow princess shit because niggas really just don't say nothing. Whereas if you a nigga and you nut in 2 minutes, the bitch might say
Or
something.
it
Yeah,
be,
but
niggas don't
nigga-
be getting pussy like you
Yeah,
think.
and the nigga be happy,
Yeah.
like you said, just to get some pussy. Nigga ain't even
Bro.
thinking about doing positions. These niggas doing basic missionary.
But this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Niggas don't be getting pussy like that. A lot of niggas not fucking.
And then a lot, like you said, a lot of niggas can't last. So if you last in 2 minutes, you expect to be trying to do all that extra shit. Like nigga, it's over.
It's like they said like 80% of men are having no sex. Like it's literally like a
That's
small
why it's wars
portion
out here. Niggas need to get
a
some-
small portion of men that's getting to the, and it be the women that do the most bragging that they shit be the
Hey,
weak.
Be
on Twitter,
trash.
shit.
Weak as
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah,
yeah.
Oh, my throat go, bitch.
Yeah,
Come
you
on, man.
trash.
You over here scraping the nigga shit with your teeth. Nigga, I had a bitch, nigga, doming me, nigga. Every time her mouth would get water, she'll spit the spit out. Like,
Put it right here.
spit the spit here. What are you doing? Like, the fuck? Like, bro, these bitches don't be as
Nah,
experienced.
they do be capping. Then it just make you just be like, man, I'm just gonna get mine and get on. Like,
And I,
I feel like that with men too, though. Like I've had a lot of men tell me, and they're not knowing, because I'm not gonna just come out and tell you what I'm into. I'm gonna kind of see and feel you out, like we're dating and stuff, and see what you're into and what I can get away with.
see, but why not just tell them no?
Cause like I said,
You might scare a nigga off.
Yeah, I might like you, and I don't want to scare you. Sometimes you have to work up. Sex is a big thing.
Yeah. Or bro feel like he can't handle it. He might. Yeah.
So I've had a guy kind of sell me. Somebody I was with kind of sell me this whole sex dream. He was fucking bitches, and he was getting this, and the way they was screaming and this. And when I got to it, I'm like, huh? What? You did what?
Hey, look. So how do you see if a guy's with that? Like, do you, when he's at the house, you casually leave a whip on the bed, or you leave some handcuffs on the couch?
It's more like a conversation, and kind of like during intercourse when I'm intimate with somebody, I'll kind of see what I can get away with.
And so you just get to trying some shit.
Typically, because some guys like to be like, if you get a real good masculine man, he's gonna be more dominant than you. And you kind of let him do that. If you try to take over and he ain't having it, like, all right, he might not let me do what I want to do. He might not be into this shit. So
no, that dominatrix shit is cool, man. Niggas be sleeping on that shit. But that'd be a lot of cougars though. I think Draya might have hit the young boy with the mask. Cause telling you that mask. The mask hit different. I'm telling you niggas. Buy your girl one of them masks, the leather joints.
Ladies.
Or it could be the lace joint.
Put the mask about on the booty crawl. Tie his ass up.
With just the lips out, nigga, that's gonna be the best head you got in your life, nigga. Cause she could barely breathe in that motherfucker. And she finna be gagging and choking on this shit, nigga. I'm telling you, gang.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You was talking.
No, I forgot
Bro
what I
want one of them contracts. How much?
No, I just never heard that, because I'm like, what the hell? I thought that was like, is that something that you've heard other people doing?
I've heard about it, and I was like, ooh, we should try this. We already on like this whole type of thing. And I was like, let's make our own. And it kind of just it naturally went into that, to be honest with you. It wasn't something that I just was like, hey, or he was like, hey, let's do this. No, it kind of just gradually went into something like that. And it worked for us for so long. Because within that span, I didn't have too much of a serious relationship until I got married. When I got married, I cut it off. And that was one of the things, too, being so open with my ex-husband. We argued about that all the time because of his insecurities with it. You gonna go back to the sex contract and da-da-da-da.
Oh, hold on. You was married with this contract?
No.
Yeah, I'm finna say she out of mind talking about insecurity.
Yeah. I was gonna get on him, actually.
She cooking dinner for her husband. The nigga bang her line. She get on her husband.
No. That was when it was when I got married. It's like, hey, listen, and he doesn't care. He knew, like, we had our own little, thing. Okay. So he respected it, and he knew what it was, and we cut it off. And honestly, since my husband, my now ex-husband, we haven't even. He's in a whole relationship doing his thing. We kind of just like, let's cut off. This is some
10 years is a long time.
That's damn near a marriage.
Yeah,
but it's on and off. We started off like really good friends, and then when we got to each other sexually and seen what that shit was about, because sometimes you just line up with someone sexually, and that shit is like crazy.
So he was in the friend zone first, or you was in the friend zone?
I think it was we both.
It ain't no both. It's one or the other. Either he put you in the friend zone or you put him in the friend zone.
I honestly couldn't tell you how that went. I don't really
there was no friend zone.
Because I always advocate this.
Like, we were cool,
y'all
and
just fucking from the start type shit.
Yeah. No, she said they was friends.
Oh, y'all was friends first.
Yeah, we had really good, like, we were friends before anything actually ever happened, and we even got to talking on those type of levels, and even bringing sex up in conversation. It was like on some friendship type shit, and then it kind of was like the sexual, kind of, he's very handsome, and then I'm, decent looking woman, so we kind of like, we're like, oh, let's try this out. And then mentally, I'm driven off of mental stimulation. Yes, I'm a big mental stimulation person. You can be drop dead, finest man out there, nice body, whatever, money, but if you don't have me mentally, I don't want to have sex with you. Like, I get no spark down there.
I think for the most part, that's women in general. You got to fuck her mind first. You feel me?
Yeah.
Fuck her mind, she going to do whatever you want type shit.
We really will. A lot of men don't get that, though.
And that's what I was going to go to. I think that's the porn thing. Like, I think, you can go from 0.0 seconds to 10 minutes in, and it's already right there. And then, however much longer you're done. So I think a lot of men want to jump right to skip the foreplay, all the other shit, and jump right to the, doing the thing because of porn. Really, it kind of takes out that. I think that part of earning it to people, they just want to go right to it. Well, men at least.
So, are you into like the sex parties, the orgies, the?
I haven't. I've been invited to a few. I haven't. Actually went. I don't think I'm really that open to just be sexually. I feel like sex is private, between you and that person. I don't want to just be out there like laid out on the couch just fucking and everybody's looking, and I don't want to see that with everybody else either. Like, I'm not into porn. Have I watched it before? Yeah, but to sit there and really be engaged, like, nah, whatever. Like, I'm good.
Yeah, porn is some of the worst shit you can consume, especially as a man. It kills your drive.
Yeah,
It kills your sexuality. It kills your fucking libido, your everything, your testosterone
Mental
levels.
health, everything. Really,
Like
when you think
literally
about it.
everything. It destructs your mind, literally, which is why they push it so heavily, which ties back to that entertainment is a new crack. Nigga, porn is a part of that. It's destroying the mind of young men to where you got men afraid to even talk to women because they know I could just go jack off to a 10.
Why do it? Yeah.
Why even go talk to this 10? I'm going to get a nut before I even get her number. You know what I'm saying? That type of weirdo shit. So.
A lot of time, too, watching so much porn, you're exposed to sexual demons. And those, you can take anything from what you're watching on a screen that can transfer to you, attach to you. A lot of people don't understand that shit on a whole nother level.
Yeah,
And
I
I
ain't
think-
never heard that one.
Yeah, I never heard that one. That's some new shit. Like,
Yeah.
He was coming out the
get
TV
into that on the
screen.
set.
Yeah,
They can
you're,
jack off and, oh, shit, they can get exorcism on
well,
the
think
set.
about frequency and energy. That's on a higher level. We all are kind of like, we have all that. So when you're watching that and you don't know what demonic hold then people got on them and they're sleeping with multiple people, it's just like demon on top of demon. And then have you ever been sleep and felt like you're being held down?
For sleep paralysis.
Yeah, I had
Yes.
sleep paralysis.
Yeah, I think
Those-
everybody dealt with that.
So those are what we call sexual STDs in the spiritual community.
Hold on, what?
But they've been doing a study saying that's actually not even a bad thing when you had those. It's like
No.
what's they
false.
called where you can
Astral play.
yeah,
Astral
it's like
Astral
yeah,
projection.
It's like
No.
it's like to a lesser
That's not
degree
what
of
that
getting
is.
to those points, man.
That's not what that is.
I ain't never heard. You said what it's called?
Those are what we call sexual STDs.
That's crazy. I gotta look this up.
Nigga got burned
Hold on,
spiritually.
man.
It's
Let me
crazy.
look this up. Yeah.
Yes.
Getting burned spiritually is crazy.
Wow.
No, it's a thing. So I'm gonna give you an example. Have you ever slept with somebody and right afterward you felt so fucking depleted, you're tired the next day? You like, hell yeah.
Sleeping with somebody is different. That's actually putting your energy in and mixing their
That-
energies. But watching a motherfucker on screen
If you're
TV
protecting-
and feeling depleted without doing nothing
No,
is
that's
crazy.
not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, to the eye, what you can't see. That's not some shit you gonna find on Google. That's some shit you gotta really experience.
I will.
No, I just wanted to know.
No, for sure.
Sleep
I
paralysis.
will say one
just-
thing about the porn though that is also dangerous, bro. Because I
Very.
study your brain on porn, right? I studied this shit. Porn is actually a gateway to homosexuality. You have a lot of men
Yeah.
consume so much porn and get so bored that they can't get aroused by the regular shit and they start to creep over to the homosexual shit. And then they consume so much of that, they actually go out and try it. Their brain is reprogrammed into homosexuality.
Yeah, you watching
Look
a
all
dick
this up.
get hard all day on fucking screen and you jacking off to that shit. Pretty soon you really jacking off to this one's dick while it's hard, not really the pussy.
So what if I
Isn't-
watch women on women?
I don't know. I wouldn't do it either.
I wouldn't but you made a great point because
But
there was a
it
study.
is.
There's studies on what like gets the top searches, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if a condom is added into the scene, the viewership drops, meaning people don't want to see condoms.
Oh yeah.
If the penis is small, the viewership drops from the men. This is how crazy it is. They don't want to see it. They're searching up BBCs and shit. The highest search rate is coming from men. So really, when you think about it, you're watching another man fuck a woman, but the focus is typically on the fucking dude, damn near. The woman is like a prop. So like you said, you're jacking off really to this fucking guy. Because if it wasn't, why not watch soft porn where there's no dick involved at all? It's just a bitch. But nobody's watching that shit. They're like, it's boring. What's boring about it?
So how do they come up with their statistics? By people with emails and shit?
Nah, I guess they do like polls and shit, or I don't know how they get the statistics. But from when I was studying your brain on porn, they had all the charts and all the shit about the which demographics, age, and sex from like male to female are viewing what. And ironically, one of the highest viewership of straight males was transsexual porn.
Yeah, was it them
Oh, that's
niggas really
wild.
straight?
Yeah, they must have been. They must have clicked. They was straight with it. That shit sound
But
crazy.
no,
to me.
because they
Yeah.
took a poll from gay men. Gay
Okay.
men like men. They're not watching it.
Yeah.
So who else is viewing it? It's guys that are labeling themselves straight that's viewing it. And if you looking at what's going on in real time, more and more guys are starting to come out with transsexual girlfriends saying she's a woman. I don't feel gay. The guy was just on No Jumper.
That's a fact.
Who was the little young nigga? He had the trans. Like, nah, she a woman.
That's a fact.
So it's being normalized. People don't know. It starts with the porn viewership.
See shit like that, like you got to be out your brain. Man. Like, how would you sit here serious as fuck, acting like you don't know the difference? Like, that's wild to me. These niggas is crazy.
Like, old girl we had on the show a couple episodes back. I forget her name. I want to shout her out. She was out of brain too. She had a baby daddy on the show. She actually had a trans on her show, and she said the only people she deals with is men that identify as straight. She dates no homosexual guys. All the guys she dates say they're straight. So all of this shit is people don't realize it's tying in with porn consumption, which is why it's fucking terrible.
No, this is crazy. Recently, I mean, in the last, I don't know if you guys have been watching the news at all, but in the last, I want to say couple months, we just had 2 porn stars die. And so that's been bringing up the conversation kind of what you're speaking on about how the demons of that industry and, just the things that maybe they're doing, it's just heavy and it's dark, and maybe that's why they've met their demise this early, in their life because of what's going on in the industry and how it works. So
I mean, how dark they get? They know they fucking a million people. Shit.
Yeah. You gotta realize it's a job like anything else, and like anything else that's a job. I mean, fuck. You gotta realize, bro, they on scene for how long? To us, you watching it, it look like it's fucking straight
They
through.
probably in and out.
They on there for 8 hours. Like it get to a point where you not feeling your dick no more. It's not even fun to fuck this bitch. A lot of them gotta get drunk, high, out their mind, off pills, all type of shit. You got a camera over your shoulder while you fucking the bitch, a camera under your ass crack. Like, bro, that don't even sound fun to me.
Yeah.
at all.
This is why OnlyFans is taking off. It's like, well, shit, I'd be my own porn director. I don't even need that shit no more. I fuck a bitch
but them
in my
scenes
room.
probably just be like a lot of that shit just be duplicated. I don't even think they be making it as long as that niggas think that they watching it. Them scenes be cut way probably faster than that. But like you said, it get to a point where it fucking just becomes, like you said, a job. It's not even fun no more. Like, it is what it is.
Like most of the bitches, when they're interviewed about fucking on set, they're not even enjoying it. They have to be lubricated, all type of shit. Then they go home and have real sex with their husband. That's nothing like what they're doing on the screen.
Sad as fuck, probably. That shit crazy.
But you got a young boy trying to learn how to fuck. He's gonna emulate what he see in the porno, like you said. He's just ramming this bitch. This bitch ain't enjoying that shit for real. Like, that's not real life.
That's a disconnect. You get what I'm saying? Is that right there? Like again, a lot of dudes watch porn, and that's where they go with the straight to the shit. And I also think girls I think they don't know their sexuality, because I've ran into girls that really don't know what they even like. You feel me?
That's true.
A lot of girls don't even know what they like, because I think it is so frowned upon for girls to be like, whatever, even though I don't think you should be as a woman like just whatever, if you certain ways to do it, but I think that's where it comes from, and them not even knowing what they want. They never even explored their body sexually. I feel like a lot of women.
A lot of women haven't, and two, a lot of men don't know the woman's body.
No, that's a fact.
That's crazy.
Like, your G spot is only 3 inches in, bro. You only need 3 inches to make me orgasm.
Yeah, it's easy to say that, but then
pull up with 3 inches, nigga.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
No,
you pull up with 3 inches, she gonna tell your ass to get the fuck on.
No, what I'm saying is, obviously, you can have like 8 to 10 inches, right? It's only gonna take 3 inches to really get a woman, where she needs to be. You can have a full 8 or 10 or whatever you got.
They're gonna have to reevaluate that study, because some of these bitches blew out. Yeah.
But listen, that's prior to her getting blown out by a pool stick.
Exactly.
Once you got the pool, once you got one of these, it ain't no going back.
Most women don't even like. I'm gonna speak for myself, but me just having conversations with other women we don't even like huge over in no.
Niggas not saying huge, but not 3 inches.
I think the average size of a penis is, I believe, 5 to 6 inches.
But I know plenty. I know plenty of women that say if a nigga can't hit the back of that motherfucker, they're cheating. They're gone. Like, the nigga don't even have a chance.
What he's hitting the back of would be your cervix.
And
hitting your cervix is not fun.
The whole point I'm saying is, if you're not touching the back of her soul, she's gone. That's all I'm saying.
No, there is a spot back there.
I know that
you got to be well endowed to hit, and once that's hit, you can't. The nigga with the 3 inches can't pull up no more. It's over.
It's not really far back. It's more so kind of like down that way.
Oh, that's why you like the curve.
No, but seriously, I've had like, you know, some exes that were not all that, you know, big, and they knew what they were doing and they knew how to please me, and I was getting more orgasms with them than somebody who had a big penis. So it just really depends. Like,
And obviously you're probably mentally, like you said, attracted and all the
that
other
too.
things that
That
add
mental
to it.
has a lot to do with sex, and a lot of women don't.
A lot of women aren't real size queens. I'm gonna say this from personal experience. A lot of women say they want this and that, and then you pull up and they tapping out, or they like, "Fuck no, you ain't touching me with that."
Yeah.
It looks good on the screen to them, and they act like whoopty bam, but realistically, the average, like she says, is 5 or 6. That's what most dudes
Yeah.
pulling up on them with. So you pull up with the hammer, and it's like, "Oh no, nigga, get up out of here. You ain't finna stretch
It's
me
not
out."
enjoyable. Like, if you notice when you're penetrating a woman, if it hurts and she's not comfortable, she's gonna go dry. That's usually what it is. Typically, if a woman's going dry, she's in pain, she's uncomfortable, and what's the point of having sex with that?
I don't know, man. Y'all niggas gotta step y'all game up. Y'all got a bad rep out here, gang. Y'all, she done had some bad experiences. I don't know who the fuck she been dealing with, but y'all need to step y'all shit up, gang. Go take a course or something, nigga.
Yeah.
It's ugly for you.
Rug
Look,
burn on your meat is crazy too. If you go into some shit, you getting rug burn, you need to pack up and go home right then and there. You're not doing it right.
and ladies, stop
That's
bragging on your
crazy.
pussy and your head game if it's not official.
Yeah.
It don't be as good as you think. So I don't know if they don't know it's not that good, or the niggas they haven't experienced what's really good and hyped them up to believe it is. Cause I had too many bitches bragging and that shit was trash.
And stop
Fact.
doing that and then being mad when niggas in your DMs asking you what to do. Like, that's another thing I hate. Like, if you
Yeah.
on the gram and Twitter talking about you suck the best and fuck the best, then when niggas is hitting you up to do it, we don't want to hear the opposite of that.
That's only for the niggas they don't want. The niggas that they do want, that they trying to reel in off of that, trust me, they doing
They
that
tapping
shit.
in with them.
Right on, cause I done, yeah, never mind. Anyways, look, we run out of time. Let's close it with this though. On a serious note, TikTok is getting banned. How do we feel about this? Me personally, it's a lot of valuable information on TikTok. A lot of the conspiracy theories that they said weren't real are proven to be real, and a lot of that information unfiltered is on TikTok. It's a lot of game being dropped on TikTok. As bad as a rep as it gets, the most high power shit I consume comes from TikTok.
Yeah.
Instagram is giving you bullshit. Facebook more or less is giving you bullshit. TikTok is, the algorithm is like, it just catch shit that you would never catch nowhere else. And I feel like they don't have control over it because China owns it and they can't dumb it down for us. That's why they want to get rid of it. Not only that, people are starting to cut the middleman out and they're blowing up off TikTok. Like old girl who just released a 50-part story, whatever the case. She couldn't do that without TikTok. You can't do that on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter.
Not the same type of traction.
You ain't getting the same type of traction because the traction is organic. Instagram, they want you to pay for play. They want you to pay to be seen. Like only 10 to 20% of your followers even see your post. If you got 1,000 followers, 100, maybe 200 sees it.
Yeah, that's
800
wild.
people don't see your shit unless you pay for the ads. TikTok, you put some shit on there, that shit going viral.
Everybody.
You go live on there, that shit, niggas all across the world picking up on your shit. So they like, man, we ain't got enough control over this. We need to get rid of this.
Yeah, TikTok is good for people especially that be stuck on social media. If you're trying to learn something, you can just type it in on TikTok and then they have a whole guide to tell you how to do the shit. So TikTok is worth a lot of game. I just think I seen that they said if the US can't buy TikTok, then they banning it from the US. So at the end of the day, they want to control that motherfucker because they want to control what you can and can't do on it.
Facts.
And go back to the same thing else that we know. Like you said, they control the algorithm on Instagram. They want to control the algorithm on TikTok. I'm pretty sure anything you talking about the government, all these niggas going to jail behind exposing these government officials and a lot of this shit. We seeing niggas getting exposed in the court of law. We seeing cops getting exposed from pulling over with the wrong paperwork. We seeing a lot of different shit that people learning and they want to get rid of that shit ASAP because niggas is not finna pick up a book. So they know this shit, and if they don't control it, somebody just gonna make somebody gonna make something else and just make some more millions anyway. TikTok already been too valuable. Somebody gonna figure out how to reinvent that shit if they do take it.
No, this is a fact. And the U.S. knows that, I think, to a certain degree, there's like a mental warfare on Americans, right? A lot of, I think, officials within America realize the disdain that Americans are starting to have for their own country, and a lot of it is due to TikTok, right? Like what we're able to see, especially what's going on with Palestine and Israel, that's causing a big fuss. You got certain racial issues, economic issues that are being brought to the light of how we're being scanned by our own government, and that's creating a disdain for our own government. And so they see that, and then they also know that TikTok being, I think, owned by China, gives China a piece of real estate almost within America. You get what I'm saying? Where like now you can't take them out. They already are here. They've infiltrated the minds of people, et cetera. And this is what they're trying to do. So I think it's that too. And then there's an information security battle of like a Chinese, company has millions of Americans' information, et cetera. So it's sticky water, but it comes down to mostly they don't want anybody else to dictate the narrative but America. You know what I mean? And that's what they're trying to do.
No, facts. And what's another thing TikTok is good for, man, them travel hacks. No matter where I travel, before I get there, my trip's mapped out from TikTok. I know where to go eat. I know where the best party spots at. I know where not to go. I know, you know what I'm saying? It gives you everything, and it gives you a visualization of it. Not just a review on Yelp. Like, no, you have people walking in, hey, this is such and such. You're like, oh, it's dope in there. Yeah. Oh, nah, the review said it was good. I don't like how that looked. Like, that's a big aspect of life. Like, just imagine before TikTok, when you went to a new place that you've never been, how else did you know how to get around? You kind of just had to ask people around. Now you don't even got to do that. Like the whole shit is planned out before you even get there. So it makes your trip more efficient. Anybody that travels knows what I'm talking about. So
it's made things a lot easier. And I want people to understand too, like at the point it's at right now, even if we do keep it, it's not going to ever be the same. Because the U.S., or at least that's what they're saying right now, for us to keep the app within America, we have to have another company that buys it, which has to be a U.S. company. They got to approve of it, et cetera. So even if we do get it back, it ain't going to be the same TikTok we had once before.
And this is what tripped me out. They talking about China buying the fuck you just said?
Information.
Your information. What you think the U.S. government doing?
Yeah,
y'all doing the same shit. Selling and buying our information.
Yeah, y'all doing work.
Same shit.
Y'all need everything. Y'all need a nigga address. You need a nigga social. You need this. You need that.
Like, fingerprint.
Yeah.
And they
want
doing
your
that.
face now. Yeah.
No, they've been doing that since 2001, and that happened, with 9/11.
Yeah,
That's how they entered us with all that, the security systems, all that shit. That's where it started, and it's advanced now.
But you can't even go to the grocery store without them trying to get your social.
Nah.
Nigga pull up the vines outside with the clipboard. Say, sorry, you want to vote for this? Yeah. Fuck, I don't know what you voted for.
Fuck is you talking about? I ain't voting for that shit. Nah, it's wild though. With the invasion of privacy, it's gone. Your phone is a permanent listening device. Anything with a camera in your house, they can access it. Your whole house is up for grabs from the government at any time. Your kids' Xbox, PlayStation with them cameras, they can click it. Even if you turn your phone off, they can still hear it.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like you are under monitor all around the board. All those what's the Alexas and all that shit, bro. All that shit is just to track you.
Why they keep themselves so private, but they want us to be so open when they supposed to be the open ones to us, and we supposed to keep our shit private.
Facts.
That's what's wild.
I knew it was crazy when Edward Snowden, he said that every message you delete, it don't even be deleted. It's still in the cell towers. Like they got everything. So you ain't everything you ever done, ever texted, ever whatever. It's there. They can access it.
Yeah.
Like,
so all them naked flicks that you think you deleting, they out there. They in the towers, nigga. Stop sending them bitches in flicks, nigga. That shit the tower for sure. But yeah, I know I got some bullshit in the tower. Hey Snowden, delete that for me, gang. I was young. I was tweaking. Nigga had aim, was sending them pictures all over. What?
Nigga was tweaking.
For
AIM
sure.
was the shit though.
T-mail going crazy.
That was the best.
I had like Voxer. Y'all know what that shit is?
I remember Voxer. That was later in the game though.
Go crazy.
I had Voxer. That was later in the game.
AIM was the best air, man. Shout out to Sidekicks. Y'all gave me a good run.
Them AIM chat rooms was up. Nigga, the bitches was sending them nakeds for sure.
Yeah.
I remember you used to have to work for it. Now you just scroll the timeline. It's all over. Go to their Instagram page.
You thought you was a nigga getting them nakeds in the T-mail.
Hell yeah, you get the naked in the T-mail. You was green.
Nigga looking around and shit like hoping nobody else.
Even before that, we had what was that?
Church.
What was that? The party line?
Party
The
line.
party line.
The
Yeah.
LA Ravens.
Yeah, bitches on there sounding bum as fuck. You pull up, that's where catfish started, the party line.
The loop.
Bitch sound like a baddie. You pull up, she 400 pounds, all type of
That's
shit.
crazy.
Like, man,
I tell everybody Chris Tucker was the
loop.
first nigga to get catfish on Friday. Cause she put
that's
her
wilder than on the outside.
Facts.
Man, this was a good one, man. Y'all stay tuned, man. We back drop a game for y'all, man. Any final words?
Nah, man, flash me and I'm out. You already know.
Any final words?
No.
Where can we find these contracts, for inquiring minds?
I have no idea.
Inquiring minds want to know, man, them sex contracts.
Yeah, I'm out of business, y'all.
Oh, yeah, I'm cool.
Hey, share,
me.
like, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend to tell a friend, repost the video. It don't cost you a dime to support. It's free. Shout out to community. They shouted us out on their shit. Shout out T-Rail. Shout out Pun. Shout out everybody over there, Rios, all them boys. Shout out DW Flame. Keep doing your thing. Long Beach, we in this thing. The viral way. Bang. And we on time.
Ain't no handouts, I did it from the ground up. In the streets, thugging hardest when they found us. Got a problem, nigga, watch my troopers mount up. My bitches bang too, and you a lame though. You niggas ain't outside, yeah, we came through. You want your lights up, we put you on the shade.